This is a video about why we're building a house. We liked our old house. We had no problem with our old house. The new house that we're building is actually smaller than our old house, and it's farther away. But the reason that we wanted to build a house is, for me, is for freedom. And when I say freedom, that can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But to me, I guess it means being able to choose what you're going to do and have less consequences. So, for instance, like not taking every job that comes along, or not having to work at a job 40 hours a week, or the freedom to work at a job 60 hours a week if that's what you want. Freedom can mean a lot of different things to different people. But when I think about like the time that I was the most free, it was for a very short time, 6 months before Amanda and I got married. And whenever I say free, I'm not talking about going out with girls or anything like that. I'm talking about not having any responsibility. So at the time, I owned my house, and it was a very small house, and it was a very cheap house, and the house payment was like $650. And I had a roommate, so I split that. So my bills altogether were like $500. I didn't even have a car or a car payment, no car insurance. So as long as I could make $500 a month, then I was golden. That gave me a lot of freedom. Now, with that being said, I wouldn't trade anything that's happened. But I do want to work towards having more freedom. No mortgage, no car payment, whatever. And freedom is a funny thing, you know. It's like, when I think about freedom, is not money. Okay? When I think about the people that I know that are wealthy, or people that you might think are wealthy, I met a lot of wealthy people while building cabinets, because cabinets are expensive and they usually go in wealthy people's houses. So whenever I'm talking about wealthy, I'm talking about doctors, lawyers, oil people, CEOs, whatever, entrepreneurs. But a lot of them have very little freedom. You know, doctors, maybe they make a lot of money. Some doctors I know probably would say they don't make a lot of money. And I probably would say they don't for what they do. But, you know, they're always on call. They're always on the phone. Lawyers the same, you know. It's like, do they have a lot of money? Maybe. But are they tethered to their phone? Can they go on vacation? Can they go out of the country? You know, money's not freedom. Could they walk away from a job, from being a lawyer or a doctor or a CEO for 6 months and be able to live? Some of them yes, and some of them no. That's not freedom. And then I think about another example, probably the most wealthy person that I know. You'd never know that he was the wealthiest person that I know, because he drives a truck that's 20 years old and he goes to work every day and he loves his job. That's what his freedom is being able to go to work. He doesn't take vacations, but he has the freedom to work. Should also mention that that guy gives away millions of dollars. That's different. But anyway, not having a mortgage isn't gonna make us like quit our jobs or anything. I like working. I genuinely like working, and I always have. But being able to say no to something or take a vacation is freedom to me. Something else that I have to say is that, you know, a lot of people think that they want freedom, so they quit their job and then they start a business. And maybe they make a little money and whatever, and before you know it, you're more tethered to that job than you were before you ever started a company. You can't leave. You can't not answer the phone. You can't do whatever. You have to stay with it or it's going to fail. And that's its own kind of chains. Been there, done that. I don't want to do that again. So that's just another example. It's really windy outside right now. I'm just sitting in my truck.